You know, Google Plus is fairly frustrating. I mean, wow. I mean, I asked to start a Hangout on air. It tells me, "Oh, you gotta verify your account." Okay, click on verify account. Your account is already verified. Um, okay. Then I try going back. Your account is not verified. You gotta verify your account. Just friggin' unbelievable. All right. Well, might as well look at some questions right now. Let's see. What are some good ones? How about, okay, this question comes from a user named Lewis Gray. How about we partake in some good old-fashioned British smugness? I got my British tea and I sip it like it's no one's business. Oh, I love it. I'm making love to my voice. Oh, I am so horribly British tea and crumpets and smug, and I don't really care about anything that happens around me. And that was probably the most racist thing I've ever done. I am so sorry. All right. Let's see. What other comments are we looking at? All right, so this question comes from a user named VGTA Adam. What am I anticipating more, Smash Bros. Or Hyrule Warriors? Hyrule Warriors. It's like every bit of news that I hear about Hyrule Warriors just makes me that much more excited for it. I cannot wait to get my hands on that game. It's like Darunio with the Megaton Hammer. It's like a mostly female cast, which I'm pleasantly surprised at. And then it's like more than half of them are actually decently clothed in comparison to most other Dynasty Warriors Japanese games. I mean, it's like, have you seen Leon Schur from Dynasty Warriors 7 and 8? Dude, worse than Power Girl, honestly. Let's see. Okay, this next question comes from a user named The Quarter Guy. Hi, Quarter Guy. What's going on? Um, so, Josh, are you interested in Shovel Knight, or is your disinterest in 2D platforms preventing you from trying it? I've been hearing a lot about that game. Um, it hasn't really caught my interest, but if enough people recommend it to me, then I probably might try it. Maybe, I guess, probably. I don't know. All right. Next question comes from a user named King Raikou. Oh, hi, King Raikou. Have I seen the DBZ movie Battle of Gods? I have seen it in Japanese. I have not seen it in English. And I notice a lot of people are saying that about the whole Goku versus Superman thing. It's like, oh, Goku could turn Super Saiyan God and totally pulverize Superman. That doesn't work like that because you need multiple Saiyans in order for a Saiyan to become a Super Saiyan God. And Death Battle rules no outside help allowed. Can't work. All right. Okay, this question comes from a user named Blank Clef. Dead Space. What are my thoughts on it? And yeah, too many comments. Uh, what are my thoughts on the change of taste, pace, and tone in the later games? I thought Dead Space One was pretty scary. Was fairly scary. It made me dread turning corners, and that's really the mark of an effective horror game. Dead Space Two was a little too actiony because it seemed less about the well-timed jump scares. It seemed less about the the atmosphere and horror, and more about the panic kind of horror. It's just throwing so many things at you. It's like, are you scared yet? Are you scared yet? How about now? How about now? You scared yet? You scared yet? How about now? Ooh, we're gonna put some more tentacles in front of you. You scared yet? You scared yet? You scared yet? It felt like I was trying way too hard. And Dead Space 3 was just not scary at all, because it advertises itself as a co-op game, and I played that with my older brother, and we had a lot of fun with Dead Space 3. Don't get me wrong, but we had fun with it as an action game rather than a horror game. And that's just kind of how it is. All right. Let's see. Whoa, what? Shoot. Questions. Ah! Oh, goodness. What's this one? And when my camera keeps adjusting, which is annoying. Would I ever remake some of my older countdowns? This question comes from named Origno Giratina. Remake some of my older countdowns. I don't know. A lot of my countdowns have very generic topics, so yeah, I'm not really too keen on that because they're very generic topics that a lot of other people have done, so I'm not really too. Yeah, not thinking about it. All right, so let's see. Next question comes from a username Living for Skating. Sorry if this is too personal, but how old are you? I'm pretty sure I announced that it was my 22nd birthday in my Patreon video. So yeah, I'm 22. Yay. Okay, this question comes from a username Tydaxer. Do I prefer Bioshock or Dead Space? Bioshock by a little bit. I like Bioshock's atmosphere. I like Bioshock's atmosphere and gameplay just a hair more than I like Dead Space's. Let's see. All right. Okay, this question comes from a username The Animation Analyst. What are my favorite characters in the Smash Bros. Series? Let's see. I like Roy, Pit, and Ike. Those are my favorite characters in Smash Bros. Because I like Roy because he's a swordsman that uses fire, and I liked his character. I like Pit because, well, he's fun to play as, and his personality is hilarious. And I like Ike because he kicks butt, and he's another flame swordsman. Yeah. All right. Let's see. This question comes from a user named Garth Shepard. What is my opinion on Tomodachi Life? I am not touching that can of worms. This question comes from a user named Invader Tech. What Disney World do I want to see in Kingdom Hearts 3 the most? I posted a top 11 worlds that I want to see in Kingdom Hearts 3 on my Tumblr. And you can probably, if you search through my Tumblr posts, you can probably find it. But my number one was a Fantasia 2000 world, because I want to see a world. I want to see a world with like different areas, like they did in Dream Drop Distance. I want to see the. Probably want to see a Wales world. I want to see the Beethoven's Fifth world, and let's see what others are. It's like maybe a Steadfast Tin Soldier world, a Steadfast Tin Soldier area. I've been saying worlds, not areas. Sorry, my bad. But the one level I really want is a Firebird level. The Firebird level is going to be so freaking. If they can do that, it would be so awesome, because that would be a really, really cool boss. And they could try to do Chernobog. Nah, they can't do Chernobog again. They already tried twice and they failed miserably. So I'm just, yeah. All right. This question comes from a user named Livin' for Skating. Are you planning on reviewing Rainbow Rocks, or do you hate Equestria Girls? Do I hate EQ? I don't know. Yes, I do plan on on reviewing Rainbow Rocks. I answered this question on my Tumblr as well. I'm going to drive about an hour and a half away just to find a theater that plays it. The things I do to put on a bum costume. All right, well, a huge influx of questions. Let's see, what other ones? This question comes from username the MJ Doctor. Have I ever seen the internet web series Mario Warfare? Yes, I have. I have seen Mario Warfare. I thought it was pretty funny, and the fight scenes were pretty interesting, and it's interesting how they incorporated some things, but I don't know. I just didn't laugh at it as much as I thought I would, and not as much as I did the one with Snake and Ghost. That one was hilarious. All right, so this question comes from username Galactic Baron. What is my policy on spoilers on my channel? I want to know nothing about things that are not out yet. It's like people already spoiled so much Hyrule Warriors stuff for me. The thing is, I like to go into things without any expectations, so that way I'm not disappointed by anything. And I really think it creates a unique experience if you go into something without knowing anything about it, without having any preconceptions. All right. All right, this question comes from a user named the Helian Furret. What characters do I want to see in Hyrule Warriors? I want Tingle. All right, let's see. Where? Okay, this question comes from a user named Ty Daxer. What is my favorite death battle? It's kind of a toss-up between what's his name? Raiden versus Thor, and Strider Hiryu versus Ryu Hayabusa. Let's see. Any other questions? This question comes from username TechMonk77. Who is you Smash Bros main? Well, this depends on the game. In the original Smash Brothers, my main was Pikachu. In the second Super Smash Brothers Melee, my main was Sheik. My mains were Sheik and Roy. And in Super Smash Brothers Brawl, my mains were Ike and Pit. All right, what other stuff is coming? Let's see. This question comes from a user named Jay Smith. You are given the chance to write the story to another Equestria Girls movie. What is your premise? Okay, guys, I'm not a writer. Anything I can I can't write. I can't show write, and you can't expect me to write a show and expect it to be good. It's like I can write fan fiction. I can write some good fan fiction concepts, I guess, but I'm not a professionally trained writer, so asking me to do something, it would probably not be a good idea. One minute, I need to get some things. I need to get some things organized right now. Give me a second. All right. Let's see. Okay, this question comes from a user named Ty Daxer. What game do you think you spent the most time playing? Give me a second. I need to check my list of favorite games of all time that I keep on my desktop. Spent the most time playing. Okay, it's probably gonna be Modern Warfare 2 that I spent the most time playing. Alright. Okay, this question comes from a user named Gamer7305. Have I tried Dota 2? No. But I have tried League of Legends. I main Soraka. Let's see. What other questions are we doing here? Okay, this question comes from a user named Sean Cushing. One question that I want to ask, and I'll repeat: Have I ever been to Camp Lejeune Marine Base? As a military brat, I have an uncle who went there. Yes, I have been to Lejeune many times to cover gigs that the Lejeune band can't do. I don't know why. They're just busy, I guess, sometimes. I don't know. All right. Best. Okay, this comes from a user named Obsidious Fan. Best Kingdom Hearts boss battle. I plan on doing a countdown on that later. You don't want me to spoil that for you, do you? Just gonna say, but I will say, it is one from Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. All right. Let's see. Hmm. Okay, this question comes from a user named Sora Jack and Ratchet. I can beat Josh at KH2. That's not a multiplayer game. Okay, this question comes from a user named CodyMatt7. How come I didn't wait for the KH Rematch 2 for my Let's Play? Well, because it's infinitely easier to record on a PC, for one, and I was too bloody impatient. All right, let's see. This question comes from a user named Alex Phebia. Would I like to ever see another Shadow of the Colossus? I'd like to see it. Probably not going to get it. Last Guardian. All right. This question comes from a user named TechMonk77. Am I an anime fan? Um, I suppose, I guess. I mean, I've watched a couple animes and like them. I don't actively search out to find more anime. All right, where's let's see another questions. Okay, this question comes from username that one Zelda guy. What is my favorite thing about being in the Marines? Well, because I get a lot of exemptions from things. I get exemptions from a water bill. I get exemptions from an electricity bill. I get exemptions from a housing bill. I get exemptions from taxes on base. I don't when I purchase something at the store, I don't pay taxes on it. It's great. It's a it's a great way to if you ever join the military, save as much money as you can because this is one of the few opportunities that you can do to save money. I've saved a lot of money so far. So when I get out and I go to college and I use my GI Bill, which effectively they pay me to go to college, I'm gonna be loaded. All right. Questions. Okay, this question comes from a user named Mario Kamon. So, what was my initial reaction to not getting into Channel Awesome? Oh, I still remember how it was. I was just sitting in the bus on the way to a gig, and I was holding my iPad because these bus trips are long, and you got to find some way to entertain yourself. I was just sitting on the bus on the way to the gig. I checked my email, and all of a sudden, I see the words RE Channel Awesome audition, and then I'm just thinking, whew, judgment time. I click on it, I read it. I figured. Oh well. Oh well. Alright, so let's see. Newest comments. Okay. Whoa, whoa, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, this question comes from a username Delta Groovial. So I've got 4 personifications of myself. Myself, the Fiery Joker, Commander Firebrand, and Hubert J. Flank. Is there ever going to be a video where they're all in the same video? You know, I never thought about doing that. I shall file that away in the far recesses of my brain. That's probably interesting. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? There's a lot of questions coming in really, really fast. Okay. Wow, there seems to be a lot of people asking me what are my thoughts on Mr. Enter. He's entertaining. Although, yeah, he's entertaining, I guess. What do you want? What do you want me to say? He makes me laugh sometimes. I do think he's a little too fascinated with bile, but all right, all right. Whoa, lots more questions. This question comes from a user named Alex Hornsby. What are my thoughts on Fallout Equestria? TLDR. Okay, this question comes from a user named Dementio Rules. What is my favorite Zelda game? Majora's Mask, definitely. I like it because of its atmosphere. I like it because of the all the different masks you can use. I like the story. I like the little darker tone. It's a lot more fun for me than Ocarina of Time was. All right. This question comes from a user named The Nuclear Otaku. Would I rather be a werewolf or a vampire? I would rather be a vampire because in a lot of werewolf lore, a lot of werewolves aren't in control of their aren't in control of their assets. But in a lot of vampire lore, people are in control of their assets. So I do feel like I'm a person who does have a lot of self-control, so I figured it would be safer for me to be a vampire and just, drink blood, just probably like break into a hospital and drink medical blood. This question, where'd it go? It just vanished. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It was right there. I just had it. Ugh. Okay, this comes from a user named Just a Guy. If I could collab with Nostalgia Critic, what would I review? Well, I've got a couple of things planned. I would probably review either Equestria Girls, Spy Kids 3D Game Over, Aragon, Prince of Persia Sands of Time, or Devil's Due. So let's see. This question comes from username DarkLord99100. Do I watch Game Grumps? Not really, no. I don't know why. I just don't really like watching other people's Let's Plays. Let's see. Thoughts on the ending to Bioshock Infinite? This comes from ID8 Official. Okay, Bioshock Infinite. Oh, that's why they call it that. It's like, remember back when Bioshock Infinite the reveal trailer was first came out, and like people were crying and screaming, it's like, it should be called Sky Shock. This game's gonna be terrible. And then the ending to Bioshock Infinite comes. It's like, oh, suddenly the title makes a lot more sense. Let's see. This comes from our username, Victor Garrido. What is my favorite TF2 item? Ooh, that's tough. Okay, I'm going to have to go through each class and think about my favorites. My favorite scout weapon is the Babyface's blaster because I like to go fast. And let's see, my favorite soldier weapon is the Beggar's Bazooka because that's always fun. My favorite pyro weapon is the Scorch Shot because I like being able to hit multiple people with it, and it just does all the work for me. Favorite Demo Man weapon is the Eyelander, just taking off heads. That's always fun. My favorite heavy weapon is the... What is my favorite heavy weapon? Iron Curtain, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. My favorite engineer weapon... So it's a tie between the gunslinger and the short circuit. All right, favorite medic weapon. It's a cross between the stock medigun and the Uber saw. And let's see, the sniper. The Sydney Sleeper. That is my favorite sniper rifle. And the spy, the Dead Ringer. I think my favorite TF2 item is the Dead Ringer. It's just such an interesting concept to be able to fake your own death. Okay, let's see. This question comes from username Meg Griffin. Am I gay? No, I'm not gay. I'm straight. And I'm not bisexual either. Alright, so let's see. This question comes from username Private Creeper 1. What do I think of the game Civilization 5? Oh, I really liked Civilization 5. It's probably not a game you'll want to commit to because the games last so long, but it's definitely a game worth playing through once. If you buy the game, play it through just once, and you will have a great time. Yeah, it's probably a game you're just gonna have to stop just play like once every like 2 or 3 weeks, but it's worth it it's a good experience. Let's see. Okay, this question comes from you named BroLogic Productions. What's the most I've ever spent on a con and why? I'm not a merch person, so I don't buy anything. The most I've spent was money on food. I know I'm boring. Let's see. Come on. Let's load questions already, you stupid thing. Load questions. Okay, question comes from Nightguard. Do I like Frozen? Yes, I do like Frozen. Okay, this question comes from username TSS3393. Favorite bit of commentary from Mad World? After Jack impales a guy on a spike from his bum area. Oh, that reminds me. I need to make an appointment to see my proctologist. Why? Is it anything serious? Oh, no, right now we're just friends. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Whomp. All right. Any more questions? All right. This question comes from a username named JH5K Radio. Thoughts on Puella Magi Madoka Magica? Why does everyone tell me to watch that? Oh heavens! I even, is that where the whole like enter a contract to become a magical girl thing comes in? Just I don't know. It's just the more I hear about it, the more I really don't want to watch it because people just keep. It just seems like a very creepy show, but I know I shouldn't judge something until I tried it, but I don't know. I don't really have any thoughts on it other than it just looks fairly creepy. Okay, this question comes from username the Crafter Cat. What do I think of Adventure Time? I don't like it. I'm sorry. It's just not for me. I don't get it. Uh, okay, this question comes from username Gold Skull 808. Am I excited for Arkham Knight? Not really, no. Not as excited as I was for Arkham City or Arkham Origins. Arkham Origins kind of left a bad taste in my mouth because I don't know, it's just kind of boring. Very it just felt like a complete retread of everything. It didn't try to do anything new. Uh, this question comes from a user named where is it? Sonic Boy 1799. Do I watch Soul Eater? Yes, that is one of my favorite animes. Especially the intro. It's like the intro of Soul Eater was what hooked me. It's definitely one of the best intros I've ever seen for an anime. All right, it's gonna shoot up and see if I. Okay, this question comes from username Mario Kimon. What is my favorite nostalgia critic review? It's either the Felix the Cat review or the Les Miserables review or the Last Airbender review. Because both of those had a lot of really, really great moments. Okay, this question comes from username John Kirby. Josh, please say this. Please, my brother wants you to say my username and answer this question. What is my favorite Zelda character? Favorite Zelda character? Never really thought about that. I don't know. If you really think about it, a lot of. Okay, I'm just gonna say Midna. She was very interesting. She was interesting, funny, had a great backstory. She was a very well designed character, Midna. Right. Oh goodness! Whoa, 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 whoa! Lots of questions, lots and lots of questions that just. All right, this question comes from the hero of Mobius. Thoughts on the Batman suit that Tetsuya Nomura designed? Oh heavens! Oh heavens! That thing! Oh! When I first saw that thing, I was on the floor laughing so hard. Mr. Nomura, what? That is one of the most ridiculous designs I have ever seen, and it was hilarious. It's like it's like Darth Vader and Batman Beyond threw up on Terra's armor from Birth by Sleep. It's oh. Let's see. Oh gosh, all these questions are coming, and they won't stop. Right. Let's see. Let's see. Questions, 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 questions. Why am I singing? Huh. This question comes from a user named Tyler Caho. Did I put that cookie down? No, I'm not sure I had a cookie in the first place. Hmm. This question comes from a user named GoldSkull808. What do I think of Jim Sterling? I like Jim Sterling. I do think he is a bit of a conspiracy theorist sometimes, but I do like his persona that he has on his Jimquisition videos. It's really really funny, and I like the perspectives that he offers. He's pretty funny. I don't like his artwork though. I mean, his artwork is a little grotesque, and I know that's the point, but I still don't like it. All right, let's see. This question comes from a user named It's a Me Nick. Would I say that Skyward Sword is a good game, but a mediocre game, maybe even bad Zelda game? I liked Skyward Sword. I thought it was a good game. It kept me entertained. The only thing I really hated in the only thing that I really hated in Skyward Sword was freaking that freaking escort mission. That was one of the worst designed escort missions ever done. Okay, this question comes from a user named Ian Johnny Yo. Hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Please that in a high pitch, much like from the vid. There you go. You happy? All right. This question comes from a user named IDA Official again. What if I had a death note? I'd burn it because the rules in the death note say if you use the death note, you can't go to heaven. I kind of want to go to heaven. All right. Oh, goodness. Okay, this question comes from username JH5K Radio. Would I collab with DigiBrony or Brony Curious? Probably not, no. All right, let's see. Let's see, any other questions? This question comes from a username the Autark. Why am I singing? I just answered the question. Someone wanted me to do the He-Man thing. Let's see. Oh goodness, what these questions are just coming really, really quickly. I don't think they came this quickly last. They didn't come this quickly last time. Well, then again, I wasn't reading the comments here. I was reading the comments off Google Plus. Let's see. Where is it? Okay, this question comes from username TechMuck77. Do you watch Code Geass? Yeah, I watched it. Kind of iffy on it because, main character is kind of a jerk, kind of a prick, not really likable. Let's see. Hmm. This question comes from username Poison Elite. Pancakes or waffles? Waffles. I like waffles. Let's see. What other questions are we looking at? All right. Just gonna have to scroll randomly. Hmm. Can't find any good questions. Let's see. Okay, this question comes from username Sir Jolteon. Is Delphox one of your new favorite Pokemon? Not Delphox specifically. I like the whole evolutionary line equally because Delphox has a great typing. Braixen I think is the most well designed, and Fennekin is just so freaking adorable. It kind of bumped Steelix off the list. Sorry, Steelix. Let's see. Okay, come on, refresh, refresh, refresh. Come on. All right, there we go. Which is better? Okay, Dementio Rules asks, which is better, No More Heroes 1 or 2? I liked 2 a little better because the frustrating stuff that happened in No More Heroes 2 I was better prepared for via the Autark. Thank you very much, Alex. So yeah, it didn't. I was warned about it, so I was able to do something about it. And I wasn't really a fan of the No More Heroes one's open world. I didn't think it was. I personally didn't think it was necessary. Okay, this comes from a user named Joarui21. What are your thoughts on TF2's expiration date? I thought it was hilarious. Scout and Spy have great chemistry. Spy is Scout's dad. That is my headcanon. Oh, and cheers from Portugal, so please answer me this so I can go to bed. Go to bed! Okay, this question is named Copycat. Do I listen to Vocalite often? I don't listen to Vocalite at all. Let's see. This question comes from a user named Ponybrony. Redundant? Much redundant? Do I like Minecraft? Not really, no. It's just one of those games that I'm not a fan of tool set games. Like games that just, and instead of handing you a game, they hand you a tool set. And if you like those games, that's fine. I don't think they're bad games. It's just that they're not my thing. It's like I can only play them for so long before I just immediately get bored of them. Let's see. Okay, this question comes from a user named Living for Skating. What are my hopes for MLP Season 5 coming out in 2015, I think? MLP, I'm trying not to have any expectations for MLP Season 5 because if I go into it without expectations, it's going to if I go into it with expectations, I feel like I'm going to be expecting too much from it, and I don't like expecting too much for things. I like to go into things with low expectations, so when I go into it, I'm pleasantly surprised. That being said, I want the smooths. That's right. I watched Gen 1 of MLP. I am going to admit it. I friggin' love that smooth song. It is so freaking catchy. Let's see. This question comes from username Daniel Phillips. Have I watched Attack on Titan? I saw the first episode, was bored out of my skull. Everyone keeps telling me I need to watch more of it. Everyone keeps telling me I gotta watch more. You gotta watch more. It gets so good later on. I don't get it. I might watch the second episode later if I'm tied down to a chair and forced to watch nothing else, but I don't know. Let's see. This question comes from username Donardo43. Fellow Elder Scrolls race. Bretons. I'm a Breton. Team Breton, go. What's that? I gotta fry your face with magic, and I got magic resistance. All right, let's see. Where's some questions? All right, so this question comes from username David Phillips. Would Ink Rose be my weapon or Meister from Soul Eater? That's a weird question. I don't know. I'd probably be the weapon since I'm the one that actually has the most training, maybe the, the most the most training, and I don't know. And I'm the one, probably the one that's the most knowledgeable about weapons, I suppose. I'm also not willing to get my. I'm also very willing to get my hand more willing to get my hands dirty. I don't know what qualifies to be a weapon or a meister. I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, let's look at some more questions. Let's see. All right, let's see. Okay, this question comes from username Wolf Soul 14. Do I like MOBAs? If I do, what is my favorite? I've only played one MOBA, and that is League of Legends. Let's see. Let's see. Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? This question comes from a username Benji Spy. Favorite mod in TF2? Ooh, that's a toughie. That's a toss up between randomizer servers and times 10 servers because randomizer servers are a lot fun because of the randomness that goes on, and it tests your ability to improvise, which I really like to do because because I'm a Marine, you know, adapt and overcome. That's part of what we do, and it's fun to have a game that allows you to do that. On the other hand, the times 10 servers, they're a lot more fun. They're a lot more fun, I suppose. So yeah, because of the times 10 effects and being really weird. All right. Let's see other questions. Shoot, too far, too far, too far, too far. Uh, Okay, the question comes to username Victor Alamo. What's my opinion on Dark Souls? I do not have the patience for that game. Please don't ask me to play Dark Souls. I can't take it. I don't like those kinds of games. I can see why people like getting punished. It's not for me. I don't want to do it. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, this question comes from username Trent Miller. Thoughts on Mega Metagross? I am terrified of Mega Metagross. You see that typing? I am scared. And the fact that it's got that Metagross, one of the most difficult Pokemon to kill, now has a Mega Form. And we're going to have to fight it in the Ruby and Sapphire remakes because Steven's going to have it. Someone get me my brown pants, please. All right. This question comes from a user named NestKirby7. Least favorite world in Kingdom Hearts? Atlantica, Kingdom Hearts 2. Let's see. What's some other questions? Some other questions. I want some other questions. I want some other questions. I want some other questions. Okay, this question comes from a user named Vitka Wolfbane. Do I like creepypasta? I like them, I suppose, but I don't really go out of my way to look for them, really. All right, let's see. Triforce of Doom asks, what are my thoughts on Turnabout Storm? I thought it was funny. I thought it was very funny. Let's see. What other things? What other things are we going to do here? Oh yeah, a couple of people are asking me what I think of Game of Thrones is. It's I don't watch Game of Thrones. Sorry. Zane, I don't know what History of the Power Rangers is. I don't know. I don't do that. I think you got me confused with Linkara or something. Let's see. Galleon360 asks, what console did I grow up with? What console did I grow up with? I grew up I grew up with Nintendo consoles. That's my first console that I owned was a Super Nintendo. My first game was Super Mario Kart, and then I got what's it? Then I got my N64. My first game being Star Wars Episode One Racer. Love that game. Uh, and then there was the GameCube. My first game for that being Super Smash Bros. Melee. That was fun. I think the console that I look on with the most fondly is my GameCube because I feel it had a lot of great games for it that I remember the most. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, this question comes from username David Phillips. What was the inspiration for Firebrand's cutie mark? Well, I did want to incorporate a fire theme, but I also wanted to show people that I wanted to entertain. I wanted to inspire passion. I basically wanted to make people laugh. I wanted to make people smile. So I figured like a smiling flame or like a flaming comedy or like a flaming comedy mask. Yeah, that would work great. And so I just asked Zane to do a flaming comedy mask, and yeah, it kind of fits. I mean, fiery Joker, bit of a bit fitting there. All right. Let's see. I wonder what happens if I click this button. I don't know what happens if I click this button. Alright. Alright. Gold Skull 808 asks, okay, this is going to be the last question, guys. Gold Skull 808 asks, you've teased that your top 30 favorite games listed, maybe beyond that. I was wondering what your top 10 favorite games, or at least your top 3. I'm not going to give you my top 3 games. But I do suppose I could start from let's see, top 50 maybe. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's see, top 50 favorite video games of all time. Number 50, Castle Crashers. Number 49, Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. Number 48, Deus Ex Human Revolution. Number 7, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Number 46, World of Goo. Number 45, Sonic Generations. Number 44, Sly Cooper 3, Honor Among Thieves. What am I thinking? Thieves Dracunis. I need to fix that. Save. Okay, on number 43, Loadout. Number 42, F-Zero GX. Number 41, Soul Calibur 5. Number 40, Spec Ops The Line. Number 39, Magicka. Number 38, Shadow of the Colossus. Number 37, Banjo-Kazooie. Number 36, Halo Combat Evolved. Number 35, Alice Madness Returns. Number 34, Champions of Norath. Number 33, Burnout 3 Takedown. Number 32, Dead Space. Number 31, Just Cause 2. Number 30, Asura's Wrath. Number 29, Super Mario Galaxy. Number 28, Far Cry 3. Number 27, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Number 26, Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Number 25, Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock. Number 24, Fable Lost Chapters. Number 23, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Number 22, Pokemon 3rd Generation. Number 21, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. Number 20, Batman Arkham City. Number 19, Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. Number 18, Kirby 64. Number 17, Left 4 Dead 2. Number 16, Donkey Kong 64. And number 15, Legend of Dragoon. Number 14, Bioshock/Bioshock Infinite. Number 13, Final Fantasy VI. Number 12, Jak 3. And number 11, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. And that is where I'm going to leave you. It's been a pleasure talking with all of you, as it always is. You are a great fan base, and thank you also for supporting me for the whole Channel Awesome thing. Even though I didn't get in, who cares? Well, I do care, because I am fairly disappointed that I didn't get in, but it's all good. And see ya!